we're now going to follow a beginner level workout to help you focus on the exercises and stretches within this app to help strengthen you and loosen you off ready for your run or post-run workout. Okay, so let's just look down at the feet, thinking about the alignment, making sure your arches are away from the floor and there's no weight under the toes. Feet should be parallel and facing forwards and with under your hips, okay? And then just wiggle the toes. Let's bring the toes up, give them a good wiggle, stretch them out, and then place them back down. Can you bring your big toes up only, lift them away from the floor, and lower them down? Just do that again, just bring the big toes up, and look at how your arches lift when you do that. Now see if you can lower the big toes down, keeping that good foot position. Then make sure you're relaxed up through the knees and the legs, and we're going to make sure our pelvis is in a good position on our hips so that we're not tilting one way or the other. We want a nice level position on the hips. Then we're going to extend up slowly through the spine and reach up to the ceiling through the crown of the head. Shoulders relaxed, arms relaxed. So don't draw your shoulders down, just let them drop to wherever they can, and just draw the chin in so we are in a nice straight line and our pelvis is not tilting one way or the other. Okay, and then from there we're just going to think about our breath. We're going to take it into the ribs. So take your hands onto your rib cage and just breathe in and breathe out. And again, inhale through the nose, widening the ribs within where the fingers and thumbs are, and then exhale slowly. Think about the circular shape of your rib cage expanding and releasing. And then take your arms back down by your side, breathe in again, trying to do that same breath, and then exhale. Breathe in, and this time breathe out, and towards the end of your breath we're going to connect our core. So if you watch the beginning video on the core connection, then you will already know how to do this. So I want you to just draw your tailbone towards your pubic bone inside without connecting those glutes in the bum. And that should get your pelvic floor and transverse abdominis muscles connecting. So you should feel a tightening between the hips as well. Breathe in again. Relax, let the body open, fill the lungs with air. Exhale and draw in towards the end of that. Feel the tightening between the hips. And maybe, if you can, feel the rib cage closing here at the front. And then breathe in to release. Let's do that one more time. Exhale, nice and calm. And towards the end of that breath, when the pressure is released, you're going to draw in tailbone towards the pubic bone. So imagine you're pulling from there to the front with a piece of string pulling. So you're tightening inside, but you're not actually externally moving. And that tightens inside correctly, and drawing in between the hip bones and the rib cage as well will help to bring the core together. Breathe in and release. Let's do some circle rolls now. So shoulder rolling, circling them away, and now circling them forwards. Now circle them away again. Good. And we're going to do one more. Draw up to the ears, breathing in. Breathe out, and let's just let those shoulders drop down. Just let them sink heavily into the back. Good. Let's now do a side stretch. Take one arm up and over and open out your side and the ribs, and exhale, come back. Other side. Breathe in and breathe out. And again, inhale and exhale. Last time. Reach up and over, and then return. We're just going to do a gentle hip opening exercise now. So we're going to take one foot, so getting the balance and stable under one leg, bring the other foot up and place it on the inside of your knee. Try and keep your hips forwards, and we're going to take your hand and gently push the other knee away. If you struggle to balance, hold on to the wall. And just let that hip open, but try not to twist the pelvis. And then slowly come back to the front and lower the leg. Other side, let's bring the leg up, take the foot onto the knee, and then gently press that knee open. Keep the pelvis as square to the front as you can, and let that knee open gently. And hold the stretch, breathing, balancing, and then come back to the front and lower your foot back to the floor. So from there we're going to go into some squats. So we're going to take our feet slightly wider than our shoulders. And again, just check your foot position. If you've started to roll in, you need to take that weight to the outside and get those arches in the correct position again. And then we're just going to sit back through the tailbone, and on the exhale we're going to bring ourselves up. Let's do a little bit more than that though. Breathe in as you go down, breathe out, squeeze the glutes and the core and come up. And again, inhale and exhale. So really focus on tailbone, drawing to pubic bone, glutes tight as you push up. Press through those heels. And what I want you to know and be aware of is that your knees are going out over your feet, okay, and not allowing them to come into the centre, because that's incorrect. So use your inner thighs to push out and back up on the exhale. Keep going. I'm just going to turn side on so that you can see the movement. So see how I hinge at the hips as well, and I'm keeping my chest forwards and my shoulders down. Okay, so I'm not allowing myself to roll down towards the floor. Let's do 3 more. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Last one, down and up. From there, we're going to go into ankle circles. So if you just step again onto one side, lift the other foot, and let's draw in our core now. So exhale, draw in, as we did earlier, tailbone to pubic bone, and just start to circle the ankle one way, and then back the other way. Good, and then lower that foot down, switch sides, bring the other foot up and circle. And then back the other way. Good, and then lower that foot down. We're now going to roll down towards the floor. So, standing at the end of your mat, you're going to take a deep breath in. Exhale, try and draw in your core, so tailbone to pubic bone, feel the tightening, drop the chin towards the chest, roll through the spine, all the way down to the floor, and then walk out, and we're going to lie on our backs. So when you are there, just take yourself down into what we call the neutral position, with the feet and the knees and the hips in line, and our arms by our sides. We're going to do our shoulder bridge movement. So we're going to breathe in, breathe out, connect your core, tailbone to pubic bone, tilt the pelvis and roll up through the spine. Feel the glutes tightening when you're up, breathe in and breathe out, roll back down. Inhale and exhale, draw in, tilt the pelvis and roll all the way up. Inhale at the top, exhale, roll all the way back down. And again, exhale, draw in, tilt, rolling all the way up, breathe in and breathe out, roll all the way back down. Let's do 2 more. Exhale, draw in, tilt, roll up, inhale and exhale, roll all the way back down. And then hug the knees to the chest and just ease off for a moment. From there, we are going to now do hip gliding to open up and loosen around the lower back here. So you're going to tilt the pelvis, roll up to your ski slope position, and we're going to hold here. Take a breath in, breathe out, make sure you're strong in the core. Take your fingers to your hip bones and push your hips across to one side. Keep the level plane. Inhale back to the center, exhale, press across to the other side. Inhale back to the center, exhale, press. Inhale back, exhale, press across, inhale back. Be careful not to tip or tilt the pelvis. Imagine a plate of food sitting between the hip bones. You need to stop it from tilting and falling off. 1 more, push back to the center and then roll back down. And again, draw knees to chest. We're now going to do a hamstring stretch, so we're going to take one leg in towards us and press our heel up to the ceiling. Okay, so from here, we're just going to hold so that we stretch up through the back of the leg, hands behind the thigh to help support the leg. Really make sure you are digging through the heel rather than pointing the toe. This will allow more extension through the back of the leg. And then lower that leg down. We're going to do the same on the other side, dig up through the heel. Feel the hamstring stretching, keep the pelvis down on the mat so that you're not cheating. And then we will bring our leg back down. Now take the first leg back up and we're going to do the 1 leg circle. I'd like you to keep your knee above your hip and your leg slightly bent, And what we're going to do is draw in between our hip bones with our tailbone to pubic bone connection and try and lock our pelvis to the mat. Take your fingers to your hip bones. Exhale, circle round, inhale back. And again, exhale, inhale. Keep going. Now check your shoulders. Now imagine your favourite drink sitting on the tummy. Let's keep those hips nice and still. Don't let the pelvis move. One more. Exhale, inhale. Back the other way. Round and back. Keep it going. We're going to do 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest that foot down. Other side, knee up and circle. Same again, but it might feel different. Lock the pelvis to the mat, drawing in, and circle that knee. 3, 2, 1, now back the other way. Breathe. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Let's keep going. 3, 2, 1, and rest that leg down. We're now going to move on to our side. Okay, so I'd like us to lie in on our side full length, head down on the arm, and relax. Okay, now pick up the waist that's underneath you. So to do that, you want to push your top hip away, top hand on the floor. And what we're going to do is lift up our top leg and take it forwards and back. Exhale, inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that leg back down. Now we're going to take the leg up and down. 5, 4, don't drop the waist. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Then lift up the top leg and lift up the bottom leg. Try and have the legs together and press them away from you. Try and keep the waist up if you can, and really hold that. Take your top hand along your side and see if you can hold that. For a count of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Before we move on to the other side, we're going to go on to our front. We're going to do a plank now. So I'd like you to take yourself up onto your hands and knees. Take hands under shoulders and get ready to curl your toes under. And we're going to breathe in and we're going to breathe out and we're going to draw in and lift ourselves into plank. So we're just holding one plank today. Just keep that going. Open out your fingers, check your shoulder position, just don't let them hunch to the ears. And we're just going to keep breathing. Breathe wide into the ribs. Think about tailbone joint to pubic bone, nice and tight between ribs and pelvis. And keep that going. Push up on those arms, push out of the shoulders, and breathe still. And we're going to count down now from 10, 9, 8, 7, keep going, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, drop the knees and sit back. Well done. We're now going to lie right down onto our front. So just take your time now to bring yourself down and just have your head on the mat and your arms by your sides. So place forehead on the floor. And then we're going to take the feet slightly wider and we're going to make sure the tops of our feet are touching the mat. Keep this connection throughout. Inhale, on the exhale we're going to go into the darts. Draw in, slide your shoulders away, reach for your toes, push through the top of the head and lift away with forehead and chest from the floor. Inhale, release. Exhale, draw in, shoulders back, lengthen and lift. Inhale, release. Let's lengthen that neck. Exhale and inhale. And again, reach and release. Don't let your feet come up. Exhale, inhale. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and rest. And we're going to throw in a quad stretch here, so just take one hand under your forehead, and if your left hand is free, take your left ankle. If your right hand is free, take your right ankle. So just whichever hand is free, take that leg and just hold that stretch, pulling the heel towards your bottom. And just hold it. And if you want a bit more of a stretch, tuck your pelvis towards the floor, pressing your pubic bone down into the mat, and that will increase the stretch. And then release, switch sides. Other hand, other foot. Let's get that quad stretching on this side. And to increase it, press your pubic bone into the floor. Really try and bring that heel towards the bottom. And then we will release that stretch. Okay, we're now going to go onto your other side. So let's lie on our other side now, lengthened out along the floor. Make sure your body is straight and your waist is lifted. We're going to lift that top leg, draw in the core on your side, and we're coming forwards and back with that top leg. Keep the foot relaxed, keep shoulder relaxed, keep going. And we're going to do 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Now we're going to go up and down. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, don't let the waist drop, 2, 1, and lower. Let's breathe in, breathe out, draw in again, float both legs up, push away from you, and then hold, take your top hand to the side of the body if you can, and breathe. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest it down and relax. Now we're going to come onto the hands and knees. We're going to have hands under shoulders, knees under hips, and we're going to do opposite arm, opposite leg. So open out the fingers, let's breathe in, keep the shoulders back and the spine level. Exhale, we're going to draw in and we're going to extend opposite sides, then switch. So we're going to exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Keep going. Reach out and back, squeeze the glute in the bum. Keep going. And 4, 3, 2, 1, and sit back and rest and shake it out. Well done. Okay, from there we're going to sit and we're going to do the roll up. So we're going to sit nice and tall here. Try and be as upright as you can, but wherever you are, just make sure your back is straight and you're not sunk, okay? So lengthen, let the shoulders drop. Arms out in front, feet flat on the floor. Inhale, as you exhale, let the air leave the body, draw in your core, start to tilt your pelvis gently as we sink back towards the floor. Go back as far as you feel comfortable going, breathe in and breathe out, roll back up. And again, exhale and exhale, return. So when you take your breath in, you've got to hold on to your core and exhale, come up. And again, 3, 2, and last one, and rest. Well done. We're now going to sit ideally with legs crossed. If you can't manage that, then just sit with the legs in a preferable position for you. But that enables you to sit tall. That's what you really want, to draw out of your hips rather than again being sunk or the pelvis tilting back. So if you need to, sit on something like a cushion or a big book. That will help prop you up. We're going to just let the shoulders drop and we're going to float our arms out. So here you don't want to let your shoulders lift. Breathe in. As you breathe out, let's twist round. Inhale, return. Exhale, twist. Inhale, return. And again, exhale, inhale. Round and back. Keep going. Twist without leaning. Keep the core engaged. Practice keeping that core pulling in to support you in this position. Don't let the shoulders lift. We're going to do 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to the center and then relax. Stay as you are. Breathe in, sit tall. As you breathe out, take your hands onto the floor and walk out as far as you feel you can, bringing the head down to the floor and just relax. Let your spine relax, let your shoulders relax, let your neck gently relax as you drop your head bit by bit. And then breathe in. As you breathe out, walk yourself back on your hands all the way back up to sitting, and then just relax. Thank you for watching. When you feel comfortable with this level of workout, you can move on to the intermediate.